problem, we're going to prepare an income statement. The directions say, a partial worksheet of Darlene's delivery service for the month ended July 31st of the current year is given below. Also given is a blank form for completing an income statement. Your instructor will guide you through the following example. Number 1, prepare an income statement for the month ended July 31st of the current year. Calculate and record the component percentages for the total expenses and net income. Round percentage calculations to the nearest 0.1%. All right, so an income statement is a record of our revenue for a fiscal period and our expenses for the fiscal period, and also our net income or net loss. The first thing that we need to do is we need to put the heading at the top. So this is Darlene's delivery service. It is an income statement, and the fiscal period is July 31st. So we're going to put for month ended July 31st. And our first field here is just the title revenue. And underneath revenue, we're going to put the amount of sales. So that was $5,511. So we're going to put sales here. And then over in this column, we're going to put that number. Because we just have one item for sales, we're putting totals in this column and individual items in this column. So you'll see as we do expenses that'll make more sense. Now, percentage of sales, this is 100% of our sales for that fiscal period. This is all of the money that we brought in from sales. Next, we're going to list our expenses. And we have advertising expense, which was $821. Insurance expense at $300. Miscellaneous expense at $347. And our supplies expense was $713. So now I'm going to total these expenses, and I'm going to put the number right here next to total expenses. So see, the individual items go in this column and the totals go here. Notice it's not debit and credit like our journal or our ledger. So I'm going to get my calculator and I'm going to add up my expenses. 821 plus 300 plus 347 plus 713 equals 2,181. Now to figure my net income, I'm going to take this number and I'm going to subtract it from my sales, because this is the money we made from sales. This was the money that it cost us in expenses to be able to earn this money. The difference, what's left over after we pay our bills, is our net income. So 5,511 minus 2,181 equals 3,330. To figure out our percent of sales, we want to know what percentage of our total sales went to expenses, and then what percentage of our sales we earned in income. So we're going to take first our total expenses and divide it by our sales. So I'm going to take 2,181 divided by 5,511, and I get a decimal. And then when I multiply my decimal times 100, I find out that this was 39.57. I'm going to round up, so this is going to be 39.6%. So I'm going to enter that here. And then I'm going to figure out my net income, what percentage of sales that was. So I take 3,330 divided by 5,511, and I get a decimal again. I multiply by 100, and that comes out to 60.42. And I don't need to round up here because the second decimal place is a 2, so this is going to be 60.4%. And then I know that if I add those two together, 39.6 plus 60.4, I have my 100% of sales. So I just check my answers and it's correct. All right, now you can go on to on your own 7-1 and then the application problem 7-1, which you'll use the same process to complete.